Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now Wentz. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Jameis Olawale from 3 yards out. And the Bears are in for 6. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Shifts by him, and he'll push his way forward to about the 32. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They'll run it again with Fournette, and he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle.
The Bears have put an extra defender in the secondary on 3rd down.
Yep, they're in the nickel. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. 15 yards through the air and a first down. They go play action here on first down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. LaFell, the intended receiver, and now it's 2nd down.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
2nd down following the incompletion. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Jadeveon Clowney in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. So on 4th down, they bring on the Michigan man, Matt Wild, to kick it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And it's taken in at the 9. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Bears take over. They begin with Henry. And now running right through it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Throwing on first is Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Eddie Goldman coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. They fake the give. Now Wentz. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for third down. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. Third down. Shotgun now for Wentz. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard near the 48-yard line. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down. First down carry for Henry. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. He's letting this one go for Fuller. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. 3rd down now.
That was a dangerous throw towards the end zone. Boy, did it hang up there forever. Wanted to run up there and pull it down out of the sky.
Yeah, it felt like it really should have been intercepted. Lucky to have that one back.
You've got to be more careful when you're that close to the goal line.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. He needed 2. He got 1. And that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We'll be back with more in the NFC title bout after this. Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. He's letting this one go for Fuller. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And he is all the way up past the 25.
Partner, when you're playing cover two, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. On second down, here's Tannehill. Flush to his right. And some room to maneuver. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit. And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way. Out of the gun, Tannehill. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
They'll run with Henry. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
It's complete to Lockett. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. He's going to let this one go deep. A swing pass caught. A big play there just before halftime. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Now Wentz will keep it. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way a quarterback lines his feet up behind center. He's going to try and sneak it in. And they catch him here and stop him for no gain.
Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. Well, they held him out on 2nd down, and now here's 3rd and goal. Now this time, Wentz will throw. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Will Fuller in the final seconds of the first half, and the Bears will add on to their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0. Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken near the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or do they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
6 yards to go here on 2nd down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. To throw on 2nd down is Tannehill. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Deion Jones coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Third and long, it's Tannehill. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this will be taken at the 13. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. Trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. This defense figured out something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wonder, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself? His team has the lead. Take care of the football. He's putting them in jeopardy right now.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. get the run game going. This is Fournette. And eventually stopped just shy of the goal line right around the 2. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA in playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he learned great leverage while he was there. That really helps him when he's trying to stop people running the ball.
Born in South Bend, Indiana. Thought about going back to go to Notre Dame, but you're right. Great career at UCLA and now a great career in the NFL. On second down, here's Fournette. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position, now facing third down. Here's Fournette. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Another stop on third down, and this defense still hasn't allowed a touchdown to this point.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us want to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit, taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you know, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think at any moment I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. Throwing now is Wentz. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Kevin Pierre-Louis coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. The Bears on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Now Wentz. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
On is the punter, Ryan, to send this one away. Fielded at the 43. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and that will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Here's Wentz to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Back to the air on second down. Wentz. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Snags it for the pick, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time, and that's another great play to come away with the football.
Shift together here from the D-line. After the interception, here's Tannehill. Steps away to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Man open left side is Brown. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Back to throw, Tannehill. This will be caught inside the 10. And he's brought down after a good gain. That goes for a gain of 31.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference.
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Ryan Tannehill taking it in. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score.
Instead of having to play follow the leader there, the leader led.
I like that. And he likes that, doesn't he? 1st and goal, let me do the job.
Because you know when he falls into the end zone after falling behind those big guys who pushed up front, that's a pretty good celebration, isn't it?
Gives him a little street cred in the locker room, too, doesn't it?
Street cred, and then when they go out to dinner afterwards, he's still picking up the check.
Here's a toss coming right. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. 23 yards on the play. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Working from the gun. Wentz goes underneath for Henry. And he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
This is Henry, and able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They'll run it again with Henry. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Give them 12 yards on that one. It earns them a fresh set of downs.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. From the red zone now, Wentz. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and have the ability to run it in, throw it, go play action, and take your shot at the end zone.
And he'll get this down only to the 18. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. And the busy night for Henry continues. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. And the 42-year-old veteran's kick is up and good. And that'll push the lead up to 8. So, Charles, I think from a defensive perspective, you have to look at that field goal there and consider it a win.
You were able to keep them within a touchdown, so no question about it. That was the kind of stand that keeps you in ball games.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. And Green with a catch left side. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Here's Tannehill. Escaping the pressure right. Open man right side is Ingram. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
To throw is Tannehill, eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he goes out right around the 39. Tannehill able to take off and pick up the 1st as well.
Now that definitely hurts, because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a 1st down.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And some big-time hitting going on there. He is knocked to the ground at the 44-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on to it at 2nd down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. What a throw right there for the 1st down. He has taken some real punishment in this game, but still standing in the pocket completing that one.
He's a flat-out warrior. There's no question about that. How about him stepping up into the teeth of the rush and delivering there for that big strike and that big pickup?
On 1st down, Tannehill. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here, because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the 4th quarter here, trying to preserve the lead. So this offense really needs to make something happen here late in the 4th with the football. Back to the air, Tannehill on 2nd down. Flushed out right. And some room to roam now. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the 1st, and stop the clock as well.
And you know, in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
Here's Tannehill. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And leading here late, so a chance for the defense to really close out this game if they can halt the offense. And here we go on 1st and goal. On the ground, Ivory. And he will take this one in for an Eagle touchdown. Chris Ivory, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles move back within a couple of the lead. So a big play for the Eagles now as they'll go for 2. Now Tannehill. And he slings one that's incomplete. And a failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
Here's Prater now set to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
He lets it fly for Lockett. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments of this one. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Shotgun now for Wentz. And he finds Stills complete. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Time for a break. Back with more in the NFC Championship game after this. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now Wentz. Oh, he's got some breathing room. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, you know, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trust in his quarterback and trust in his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. You've got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Marlon Brown, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
On third down, Fournette. 9 yards on the carry there, but it'll be fourth down now. And now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Prater now will send it away following the made field goal. This one taken from the 7. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time,
they practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Shift together here from the D-line. After the penalty, it's Henry. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 4 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down. Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game. They'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. The Bears on third down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. This defense not going to lag back. They come with pressure that time, force him out of the pocket, and the incompletion.
And so many times when you're watching a game, you're seeing the offense doing all the dictating. In this case, the defense said, we're dictating the terms, and turned it loose towards him.
And it all rides on this one play, a trip to the Super Bowl in the balance here on 4th down. Back to throw. Completion left side to Miller. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that may do it for this NFC title game. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Now Leonard Fournette, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. And they will take a knee here. And for all these guys, whether you're a rookie, a 10-year veteran, there's no feeling like this NFC champs.
And you feel like family. Never at any time do you feel more like family than when you're sharing the joy of being the NFC champs. And now everyone gets to say they're going to the Super Bowl.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night from Chicago.